So the first thing I need to tell you is, yes, you're going to need to mix your song.
We'll try to mix as we're going along as much as we can, but it really takes a lot of time to go through and make sure that each instrument is where it should be.
Biggest thing I see happen with a lot of groups who come in is they seem to not understand that they're actually going to have to mix their stuff.
So we'll go through and we'll make sure that the snare is here, the kick is here, you know, the bass guitar hits with the kick.
They seem to feel that they just track it and that's all it is, and then you just put it on a CD.
Sometimes it's good to give the engineer or the producer an opportunity to set up the mix and build the mix on their own and have you come in later that day and then execute the creative parts of the mix to where you're saying, oh, I want that up, I want that down, I don't like how loud that guitar is, or I'd like to hear the vocals sound more airy, stuff like that.
People always ask me how long it's going to take me to mix.
We want to have at least 2 hours per song to go through and mix.
Usually for a band to get a decent sound, you're going to need 2 hours per song. And for a band who wants a really good sound, we're doing 4 hours per song. And bands that do albums that are actually on labels, we even do sometimes 6 hours. One of the things you're going to have to contend with in the recording process is mastering.
Mastering's the absolute final process of recording your music.
Mastering is the art of making your song loud on the CD, all the songs sounding the same on the CD, and being able to package it so it sounds good on the radio.
Everything else that you hear on the radio today has been mastered, and if yours hasn't been mastered, it's going to jump out. It's a form of compression to make everything that goes on radio, film, and television sound cohesive.
You know when you get those CDs that aren't necessarily professional quality, and you're like, oh, turn that down because track 3's coming up and that one's going to be loud, or turn the bass knob down because track 5 has way too much bass in it. Mastering takes care of all that.
We do some mastering here at Jupiter. Also, you can take it to places that only do mastering.
In a perfect world where people have all the money in the world, I would say take our stuff, get what we call unmastered mixes, and take them to somebody else who just specializes in mastering. Now, if you have just that one song is the only one you recorded, it is mastered within itself. But if you have a whole album, you have 10 songs, each song may be a little bit of different volume, have a little bit of different bass. So what you have to do is you need to master all 10 songs with either us or a mastering person at the same time.
Prices for mastering can vary. I've seen places on the internet that'll do it for $20 a song. I wouldn't send my stuff there.
Our mastering guys usually charge $50 a song, and the really good guys can be $2,000 and $3,000 the one that the big guys go to.
But mastering is definitely an art, and there's guys that have been mastering for years and that only master, and I definitely urge clients, after they leave here with what we have all agreed to be a final mix, I definitely urge clients to seek out a good mastering engineer.
People ask, do I need to get the stuff mastered? No, you don't. We actually pre-master your recording. Now people are going to say, what is pre-mastering? So pre-mastering is just basically, we have certain plugins that are mastering plugins that we put on the final 2 tracks of the mix, and they cause it to be loud in volume, have a good tone, and be loud if you played it on the radio.